Welcome back to our super cool, awesome website with this little cute puppy. Anyway, I have a fun little exercise to make sure that we got the points that we covered in this section. If this isn't your first rodeo as a web developer, you might be thinking this is super easy, Andre. Can we get to some advanced stuff? And don't worry, we still have lots and lots to cover. But we really want to solidify these fundamentals that we're learning, because I want you to realize that each video in this course is a little Lego block that we build on top of each time. Each time getting a little bit more complex, a little bit more advanced. So hang in there, trust me, things are going to get more and more interesting, more and more advanced, and by the end of the course, everything's going to be tied together and it's all going to make sense. So just hang in there. But for now, let's start off with a fun little exercise. We have this little website over here, and I'll provide for you the files for this website. And using our newfound knowledge and performance, I want you to do 4 things. I want you to minimize all text, minimize some of the images, which are absolutely massive, and you might want to add media queries. Perhaps we don't need to download these images every single time. And finally, we also want to minimize the number of files. So how can we do that? I want you to also test it out as a real developer does in the Chrome developer tools, or whichever developer tool that your browser has. In my case, I enjoy using Chrome, so I'm going to open up the developer tools. And in here, in my website, I want you to check out the network tab. And this network tab has a little bit or a few options that we can use. But just in case you're new to this, if I refresh here, it'll actually show me what's being downloaded. We see that we have a document, so that's the first HTML file that's being downloaded. That took 13 milliseconds. It was only 219 bytes, pretty small. We downloaded some script files and also our nice puppy image. Perfect. And there's the HTML response. Now, within here, I want you to look at a few options. I'm going to clear this. One is that most likely your users aren't going to be on super fast connections. So you can actually change this to something like slow 3G connection so that the network will be a little bit slower. Now, keep in mind that browsers are constantly evolving, so these might not look the same to you when you watch this video, but they should still have these features somehow. So with slow 3G connection, we want to disable cache. So that is, if a browser automatically remembers this image that we've downloaded, so it'll be faster the next time I refresh. But if I disable cache, it's going to reinstall or re-download these images all the time. I can also change the view. And I can also filter things based on what I'm interested in. But again, for now, if I do a refresh, or I always like doing a hard reload to make sure that everything gets loaded, you'll see that with a 3G network, things are moving a little bit slower. Quite slow, actually. So right away, I noticed that this website, if somebody's viewing it on really bad internet connection on their mobile phone, well, they're going to be really annoyed with me because everything is just moving at a snail's pace. But the cool thing is, you see over here the waterfall and what the browser is doing. We see that it's downloading right now the large background and the puppy JPEG. And you see that it's taken a lot of time and that the request is not even finished yet. But so far, it's been taking 32 seconds. That's crazy. You can see over here, you can play around with this tool, get a little bit more information about what your website is doing. But as you can see, this is pretty terrible. So I want you to improve this. Using some of the settings that I've shown you, let's try and improve this simple website so that this doesn't happen anymore. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.